I am Shubhankar Dasgupta and I will present the topic Types of Differentials Used in Automobiles. A differential is a device used to transmit power from the engine of an automobile to the rear wheels. The main function of the differential is to transmit power to the rear wheels and split it between the left and the right rear wheel, and also to reduce the speed transmitted from the engine. This is the main construction of a basic differential. It consists of an input shaft or the propeller shaft through which the power is transmitted from the engine. The input shaft is in mesh with an outside ring gear which is attached to the differential housing. Now the differential housing rotates along with the outside ring gear. The differential housing also has two spider gears attached to it. These spider gears are in mesh with the left and right drive gears, which are connected to the left and right output shafts of the wheels. In a normal situation, the spider gears do not rotate on their own when the left and right loads are balanced. If the left and right loads are not balanced, suppose the left load is higher than the right load, the spider gears rotate in such a way that they give the left output shaft a higher velocity than the right output shaft, based on the load on the left or the right output shaft. The main property of these gears is that they are all bevel gears. The input shaft bevel gear is shown here in mesh with the output shaft bevel gear. The main property of a bevel gear is they can transmit power at right angles. This is what is happening since the direction of rotation is here in this direction from the input propeller, and the direction of rotation of the outside ring gear is this, which is at 90 degrees. This is another important function of the differential. When a car turns around a circle, all the wheels of the car are rotating at different speeds. The rear wheels of the car are traversing different radius as compared to each other. When the left rear wheel in this case is inside the corner and the right rear wheel is in the outside area of the corner, the right rear wheel is traversing a higher radius as compared to the left rear wheel. If it is traversing a higher radius in the same amount of time, it needs to spin at a higher speed than the left rear wheel. The differential allows for this to happen because it transmits power to the wheel with the lowest resistance. The right wheel in this case is the wheel with the lowest resistance, so it transmits higher speed to the right wheel and lower speed to the left wheel. This allows the car to turn on a corner smoothly. There are mainly three types of differentials used in automobiles. They are open differential, lock differential, and limited slip differentials. Open differential is the most basic type of differential that we just explored. This here is an open differential where there is no restriction to the movement of the left output shaft or the right output shaft. In this situation, an open differential is shown where one of the wheels is on the road, in grip with the road, and the right wheel is not in grip with the road and it is on a puddle of water. So it has lesser grip. Lesser grip means lesser resistance to movement. So when an open differential transmits power, the power transmitted by the propeller shaft, the higher amount of power transmitted by the propeller shaft goes to the wheel which has lesser resistance. So the wheel with the lesser resistance will spin more rapidly as compared to the wheel with the lower resistance, with the higher resistance. Therefore, the wheel which is on the road will not move, while the wheel which is on the water will move at a very high speed. This is undesirable because the vehicle will not end up moving. The right side wheel will keep spinning, while the left side wheel will not move. This disadvantage of an open differential is overcome by using a locking differential. The principle of a locking differential is, in the open differential, while we have a left and right drive gear which are disconnected from each other, a locking differential has a shaft which runs through the left drive gear and the right drive gear, which connects the two. If the left and right drive gears are connected via a rigid shaft, then they turn at the same speed. regardless of whatever the load applied at the left shaft or the right shaft. If they turn at the same speed, in this situation for example, if they turn at the same speed, then this wheel will turn at the same speed as this, regardless of the lesser resistance which this wheel has. If this wheel turns at the same speed, then the vehicle can move out of this puddle without difficulty. This is especially used in off-road vehicles where negotiation of terrain is much difficult. This is the schematic of a limited slip differential. A limited slip differential is the type of differential which is a trade-off between the open differential and the locked differential. An open differential has the disadvantage that it supplies power to the wheel which has the least amount of grip. A locking differential has the disadvantage that while turning, the speeds of the wheels are never different, they are the same, so it leads to an unstable cornering method. A limited slip differential, as shown, has friction discs which are attached to the side gears. This is the left side gear which is locked with the friction disc. And in orange, the clutch plates are shown which are attached to the differential housing. The limited slip differential makes use of the property of bevel gears. Bevel gears used in the spider gears as shown here and the left and right side drive gears have a special property. When a bevel gear spins, it not only transmits power in the tangential direction, it also transmits power in the axial direction. This leads to the left side gear axially moving away from the spider gear as shown here. In this figure we show that the spider gear is moving and it is exerting an axial force against the clutch plates. This tends to lock the clutch plates along with the differential housing. Now when it locks it with the differential housing rotates along with the clutch plates, transmitting power to the wheel on the left side in this case. This is the complete view of a limited slip differential. In the center we have a retaining spring which does not allow the axial movement unless desired. Here we have the right side of the wheel which is having a higher grip as compared to the left side of the wheel. If that is the case, then the spider gear rotates as per the input from the input shaft and gives an axial force in both directions, on the right as well as the left. However, if there is more reaction on the right hand side, then there is restoring force coming from the right. This tends to lock the clutch plates together by compressing them. If the clutch plates are locked, then differential housing rotates along with the clutch plates. Since the grip is higher on this side, it is desirable that this side should rotate. However, on this side, we do not have much resistance to the movement. This is because the wheel on the left hand side is having lower grip. If that is the case, then there is no restoring force in this direction and it will not resist the axial movement in this direction. If there is axial movement in this direction, the clutch plates will move away from each other and the differential housing. Due to the gap generated and the slipping which occurs, there will be less power transmitted to this side, which is the desirable case since this side has lower grip. This is the situation which I was talking about. On the right hand side, here we have lesser grip, while on the left hand side we have higher grip since it is on the road. If the left hand side provides a reaction, then the left hand side clutch plates will lock together and provide more torque to the left hand side wheel. However, the right hand side offers very low resistance, hence the clutch plates will slip on each other and will not provide enough torque to the right wheel. This overcomes the problem and the vehicle can easily slide over the puddle and move away. However, when there is equal load on the left and right wheels, the limited slip differential can act as an open differential. This is because the clutch plate assembly does not come into play and the clutch plate assembly on both sides, on the left and the right, slips freely on each other. This enables it to work as an open differential where the left and right wheels are given power according to the radius of the curve. That is why it is preferred over an open differential, since it has both the characteristics of an open differential as well as a locking differential. This enables it to overcome the disadvantages of an open differential as well as a locking differential, and hence it is the most preferred differential used nowadays. So we saw the different types of differentials used in an automobile. Differential is an integral component of an automobile to transmit power from the engine to the rear wheels and to split the torque between the rear wheels as per the requirement. Thank you.